His life journey is the most inspiring one. Here is a man who has a heart for the people, and he has a motto of serving community, and he has done a lot of social service. He is none other than Mr. Sai Krishna.
Good morning, Frisco residents. This is your Sai Krishna, running for Frisco City Council, Place 2.
Why are you contesting for election?
To serve people. I'm very passionate and a results-driven person. I want to see the results for my action. So I want to make Frisco vibrant and sustainable and raise the bars of the Frisco on the globe.
Who is Sai?
Sai is a registered nurse and an insurance producer running for Frisco City Council, fourth time, consistently, and never give up until I reach the Frisco City Council. This time, please help me to make sure that your vote for Sai for Place 2.
Why Sai?
Sai, I'm approachable, I have a passion, and I always think outside the box. I want to make sure that what we are going to do today is going to impact our next generation. I want to bring change. Change is inevitable. We need to adopt change.
What are the key pressing issues within Frisco City?
First, people should stop borrowing money, like a city should stop borrowing money. So say no to the proposition A and B. We don't need a performing arts center which costs $340 million. It is going to come back on our tax next year or a year after. So we don't want that to happen.
What is your vision for Frisco City?
I want to bring more universities and encourage startup companies and also bring more employers to the Frisco City. And it is become, now people are calling as the DFFW, but it is not really DFFW. I want to make that, I want to give that, what do you call it, like a life to that DFFW.
Okay.
As one of the global leader city in the nation.
You want to give one message to our people? What will that be?
Change is inevitable. Community engagement. You need to step up to vote. Election day, May 3rd. Early voting starts April 22nd till April 29th.
What are the qualities that you look for in a leader? He needs to be transparent, he needs to be dedicated, he needs to be approachable, and he needs to hear the people. Most importantly, he needs to understand the people. What if I tell you there is a man who has all these qualities? He is most inspiring, dynamic, energetic, and one of the most popular personalities within the DFW Metroplex. He comes from a very small town. His life journey is the most inspiring one. Here is a man who has a heart for the people, and he has a motto of serving community, and he has done a lot of social service. He is none other than Mr. Sai Krishna. He is contesting for the Frisco City Council, Place 2. And here we have privilege to talk to Mr. Sai Krishna. Let's welcome Mr. Sai Krishna to our show. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sunil. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. First of all, congratulations for contesting for Frisco City Council, Place 2.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
And we wish you very good luck. And my first question to you, why are you running for the election and what do you hope to accomplish?
That's a great question, and it's a very vast answer I can provide you on this one. We moved here in 2017 to Frisco. Before that, we were in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we lived 2 years in Plano. And we moved in 2015 to Plano, and then from 2017 we bought a house. We made our destiny as a Frisco, and it's a great place to live. A beautiful, growing city. But when I started looking at it, we see a lot of, people moving from across the nation to Frisco. And we were excited to see that, a lot of people coming here. But at the same time, the thing, what we are looking at is, we all came to this country to give a good future for our kids and have a wonderful life in America. But when we moved into Frisco, I saw that, okay, school district is great, but once the kids grow up and then once they pass their high schools, where are they going to go? they're going to fly outside of Frisco, and they're going to. We don't know where they're going to go for the colleges, because that's where things started. The puzzle started for me. Like, okay, we don't have many universities here. We do have a university. I'm not telling that we don't have it, but it's one in Dallas. We had to go, like a couple of them in Dallas, and nothing in Frisco. One on the Denton County. We do have a University of North Dallas, Texas. But what do we have in Frisco? If you remember, the theme park was my idea in 2020. That was one agenda item in my manifesto. What I wanted to, what my vision was for Frisco. So at least somebody picked up that thread, and today we have a Universal Studios coming up, which I'm very happy. At least somebody picked up that idea. So now what I'm thinking is this time I saw we are lacking with the companies coming here to Frisco. I don't know what exactly happening. Why is it happening? Because last 2 weeks ago, the Dallas got a NASDAQ. NASDAQ signed that. There was a press release stating that they're going to move into the Dallas. Why not Frisco? That makes me again another one. This has happened last 2 weeks. So my agenda, my goal is we are lacking with the community engagement, number one. Number two, we want something like a companies, create Frisco as a technology hub with a research. See, a lot of techie people are living in Frisco. Yeah. So what are we getting it? People are going outside to work. So instead, if we have a companies moving here, if you attract more companies, people will be happy to go work here in Frisco. That's another idea. And then another universities. We want, I came from Pittsburgh. As I said, Pittsburgh has a 5 top rated universities in the city, like Carnegie Mellon, University of Pittsburgh, and Duquesne University, Robert Morris University, Point Park University, you name it. There are several. So, and also like a teaching institute, like a UPMC, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. So we need to have something like that. That will impact on the residents and as well as the small businesses. Because the small businesses are the backbones of the city. If we have that generates a revenue for city. Mm-hmm. So when you have more revenue coming into the city, then we can keep the property taxes low for the residents. So these are all the things I started puzzling, and I tried finally try to put all this together and thought we should do something change. We should it is time for change. And that's another key area, what I'm focusing on to bring changes in city.
That's a great vision. So what are the pressing key issues within Frisco City?
There are a couple things I did notice, and right now the main issue is the Performing Arts Center. I'm not against the Performing Arts Center. I'm against the ticket on it, the price tag, what the city wants to spend on it. We have $687 million in debt in the city. We are paying $36 million in interest annually. And that is half of our property taxes. And then another half is utilized for the police department and fire department. How are you going to sustain if you're planning to build $340 million?
I thought Frisco is the richest city in the world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Richest city within US.
Yes, absolutely. You're right. Frisco, I'm very glad I'm very happy. It makes me very happy that I'm a very rich person here, one of the rich person too. But we have to look at our economic growth. We have to look at our budget. How much can we see? Every household, they think they make a budget before they spend, how much the revenue is coming, how much the payments are, and how much can we save for emergency fund, and things like that. Why not city? Why city is not looking in that arena, on that horizon? That there's just thinking about investing a $340 million. When I sat with the city officials, when I was talking to them, and I was like, okay, let us do it tomorrow. Okay, $340 million, right? Okay, what is the return of investment? It was surprised. The answer was, they have no idea. They don't have that return of investment. So I said, come on, if you're investing $340 million, you should have some kind of numbers, right? Mm-hmm. And the funny part is, say they wanted to empty the buckets like from EDC. EDC is like a Economic Development Corporation. And there's another CDC, Community Development Corporation, and the TIRC. So they wanted to empty these three buckets. The EDC will get 50 cents per every dollar, and CDC gets every 50 cents on the sales tax money. So if you empty that bucket, as an employer, if you come to me and say, if you come to the city and say, hey, what are the incentives you are going to give us? We are going to bring people, we are going to bring a company here. And okay, what am I going to give you? The buckets are empty.
Okay.
So, I mean, you cannot utilize these funds. And now they're coming back to the community and asking that, hey, can we borrow 160? Please vote for 160. We want to have a Broadway thing. I said, like, hey, come on, man. I mean, you what does the Maslow law says? The Maslow law says, first, food, basic needs, shelter, safety, security. Then you think about the lavishness. Bottom line, see, we have to think in a very big picture, outside the box. Why I'm always say outside the box means, see, now Universal Studio is coming. That was one of my agenda item in 2020 election.
Okay.
I said we want to create Frisco as a tourism place and then generate the revenue from it, which is good part. Somebody picked up the thread and they're investing it. And they brought it over.
Interesting to know that was your idea.
Yeah, that was my idea. Yeah.
Nice.
A few people laughed at me when I said that in a forum that I wanted to bring that as Frisco a tourism, make a tourism place and bring like a Six Flags theme park. So things like that. And now when the Universal Studio comes, automatically the traffic flow will be increased. Visitors will be more. So we need to focus on the police department as well for the security of the residents and also the fire department. We have to increase that. So the money is going to go there too. So we have to, like, when you're planning the budget, we have to think, we have to give them a more reserve funds to keep it ready to recruit more officers. Right now we have in the city is 1.16 per every 1,000 residents, which is very less than a national average.
What it should be?
It should be at least minimum 2. 2 officers for 1,000 people. That's at least we have to think. National average says 3 people, but no, at least 2. What I say,
Okay.
with that. Secondly, if you're bringing this 340 million, okay, that is fine. They are claiming that, okay, Prosper EST will give a 100 million donation. Absolutely fine. And they are projecting 50 to 60 million from the corporates. Okay, it's a gift. And another 50 to 60 million from individual residents. Okay, fine, absolutely. So it's already 200 million there, right?
Yeah.
So with the 200 million, plus they wanted to empty EDC with the 75 million.
So they made their money.
Yeah, 275, okay? And then if you add CDC's 45 million. So you got 75 plus 45 like this, 120. 120 plus 200, 320 million, you got it already, right?
Yeah.
And then from the TRZ, they want to pull 40 million. Okay, fine. 360 million, they're pulling it. Why do they need 160 million and why do they want to come onto the ballot? You tell me. The problem is these elected officials the community is not engaged with the city. The resident doesn't know what exactly happening in the city and nobody's communicating in the city, communicating from the city to the resident. See, what is the role and responsibility of a council mayor?
As an average common man, right?
Yep.
He should be hearing to the people. He needs to be transparent. He needs to tell the issues and what are his visions.
Absolutely, right? See, every time they come for a vote, once the term is over and they wanted to re-elect, they come back again. Until then, they don't show their faces. They show their faces where? In some public function or something, some ceremony or something. Nobody comes, nobody is concerned about the resident. Nobody asks what resident need in the city. Show me one person if they have asked. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
This shows nobody cares, right? People should come up, step up and say like, okay, what did you do? Did you ask us? No. Any policies? No. Any changes? No. I'll give you a small example. If there is any commercial coming, okay, the city places a board saying that, hey, there's a light commercial coming here, okay, if anybody has a concern, that's a board. Who has the time? I'll tell you, the people who are here, who are commuting to work, has to drive like hour and a half. By the time they come back home, hour and a half. So 2-3 hours they're on the road to go to work, right? Or like at least put it like a 2 hours. On top of it, they have kids' classes scheduled. They have to take them to their classes, or they have to go somewhere else, or dining, lunch, dinner, whatever that you say. But who has time to log in and see what is happening, what is coming in? That is the responsibility of a councilman. Has to come here to that subdivision, go to that subdivision and say, hey, this is something coming here. These are the area, these are the light commercial coming here. Do you have any concerns?
I mean, it's difficult to go to each and every house.
No.
So what are the other communication means?
No. What I'm telling is, see, there are a lot of communities as a HOAs. Why don't you communicate with HOA? Let HOA send the information to the residents, and you conduct a town hall meeting here.
Yeah.
As a councilman, you come to the HOA and say, hey, I need a time. Can you send information to your residents? I want to talk something important topic which impacts your neighborhood or your subdivision. People will be willing to stay. See, This is what we want. This is how we need to run a show. Means community engagement. When there is a community engagement, ideas will come out. There's a lot of ideas people will come out. Like say, Facebook, for example, it started from a garage.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of skilled people. There are a lot of innovation ideas comes up. So we need to give an opportunity. But that is not happening. It's not across the board. It's not just here. It's not about it just only Frisco City. It's across the board, I'm telling. That is the change, first change I want to bring here. Community engagement.
Absolutely. That's very important.
Yep.
So you representing, or any representative having that engagement with residents is very important. You need to hear to the people, and you need to talk to the administration, make those changes. Absolutely, I'll agree with you. Besides people, what is most important for you?
Besides people, the most important thing is a green space. Preventing a green space is everybody's responsibilities. We need to plant more trees. We cannot just have a concrete city. We don't want to have a concrete city. We need to have more green. Because see, oxygen, where does it oxygen produces? Like, if you don't have plants, if we have more green spaces, it makes more, corporates also to come in here and see what my agenda, my plan is. When you have more green spaces, we can ask corporates to involve in the community development, to maintain the parks. That will help them, and they do have some funding for corporates. They do allocate some funding for the management of green spaces, or to work on the parks and everything. I don't mind if they want to put a sign there, their sign, if they're going to maintain the park. Oh, I'll be more than happy, So we need to come up with that incentives. It makes them happy, proud, saying that, okay, just I'll give you some examples. Any corporate, if they put their sign there, okay, people will look at them, okay, oh yeah, they're maintaining this park, They also get credit.
I mean, we need more green space.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
I mean, as you know, right, Texas landscape, more of a desert, and we need more trees here.
Yep.
What do you think about safety and security, and what's your stand on it?
See, as the city is growing, a lot of people moving across the nation, and the Universal Park is coming now. So we have to plan ahead to have more police officers, as I said earlier. We need to focus on them. We need to press there, to have more officers in the department, and also fire stations. When it's always it's a kind, when you have a theme park, we'll have a floating population coming across the cities to visit. So when you have more, we need to have more police officers also, to make sure that our residents and everybody who was safe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Sai.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us about yourself, and can you tell our viewers why Sai for Playston?
It's a great question again. I'm Sai Krishna. I'm running for Frisco City Council. I have a passion to serve the community, and also I'm very passionate in results driven. It's not just like ordinary. I'm very focused on driving results, and that's my key. And also, I want to bring a change. Change is inevitable. we have to change. And we need to make a more vibrant Frisco and more sustainable in regards to economy. We cannot penalizing residents on property taxes. We want to make sure that we generate more sales tax to the city, and then keep the property taxes low and make the best city to live in the United States.
Thank you. So to be a leader, right, it cannot be overnight.
Yes.
So you would have done a lot of work the past few years. Could you tell us about your social service, social activity, how you have engaged with the neighborhood or with the people within Frisco City?
But I mean, if you go back into that deep dig, when I was around 15, 16 years, we back in India, we started created a group, and we were like all volunteer blood donors. We were very big on it, in India. If anybody needs a blood, we were on the front line, and also we just rush and go give it. It's not like a preserved blood. We just fresh blood, we used to give that. And we had a fans association, with like a celebrities fans association, and we used to do that, all these activities through that association. And then when I came to Pittsburgh in 2003, when I landed in Pittsburgh, that was my home place first. And then I went to school there. I graduated from nursing school, like a community college was my base starting. Wow. And then I got my BSc nursing in California University of Pennsylvania. And then I got my MBA in business administration from Point Park University.
Oh, amazing.
Yes. And I did work in a different specialties in a hospital setting. And we do have in Pittsburgh, in Allegheny County, we had a medical reserve corps. And in 2007, if you remember, there was a H1N1 flu throughout the nation, and we were very active in vaccinating all the people in entire Pittsburgh. So then I also served in a different various capacities in different regional organizations, Indian organization, and that's how I started, my involvement, and then we started a family, we had kids, all these things happened. So we slowed down, and after coming here in 2017, moving into Frisco and making our home place. So we started thinking about the city and the community, and now I have become a HOA board member in Lexington Country, a gated community, and this is the second time I was elected as a second-time board member. And I'm a people person, and I'm approachable, and I always jump in and try to do early, help them, anybody if there is a need. I don't hesitate. Even if they don't talk, I'll make them talk to me.
Absolutely.
That's my way I have brought up. So I'm very interested, passionate.
Very inspiring.
Yeah.
Now I have to tell you something, right? So we moved to Dallas in around 2017 is when we moved to Dallas. So we had nobody, and we had no friends here. So my son, he had a dance practice. We went to someone's house, and here is a person, he walks in, he talks to people, and he talks to us, and he talks as if he knows us for the last 10 years. That is the kind of impact very few people can give. And we bought the house, why people move, right? So California become expensive. I couldn't afford a house there. So we moved to Frisco, and we bought a house, and we had no friends. And here is a man who voluntarily comes in, and he helps us with housewarming. He takes care of our baby. Such a nice person. He's not just us. He is a born leader, and he goes out and he asks people what is their problem, and he suggests some solutions, and he's a people's man. So that's what Sai is. Definitely, if I want to recognize one person who is fit to contest for election, that
please step up to vote. Early voting starts on April 22nd and until 29th of April, and election day is May 3rd. Your vote is very valuable, and please make your voice heard at Frisco City Council. And give me an opportunity, and this is the 4th time I'm running, give me an opportunity, I'll be your voice at Frisco City Council. Thank you.
You know, right? Whom to vote? Go and vote Mr. Sai. He is contesting for Frisco City Council Place 2. Thank you, Mr. Sai.
Thank you, sir.